Hey guys, Scotty here with Raxis. Today in this video we're going to be going over how to secure smart thermostats or HVAC systems. Many of the newer systems that are being installed either in commercial buildings or residential buildings are now becoming internet capable, and with those comes the typical security concerns that you would have with any other network capable device. But luckily there's a few simple steps that we can take to actually prevent these systems from being compromised and leveraged in an attack. So one of the first and simplest things that you can do to actually secure these devices is simply change the default or vendor supplied password. Many of the compromises that we've seen are due to people not doing this, whether this be on a commercial device or a residential one like this one. Simply changing those vendor supplied passwords makes it a little bit more difficult should a compromise happen. So the next step is actually getting these devices, such as this residential thermostat. This is one I have installed in my house. This is not on my main network. I have a whole different network set up for the devices. The reason I do this is because if there is an attack and somehow this thing gets compromised, attackers can't use this to piggyback into the rest of my network. The same goes for commercial networks as well. Go ahead and create a whole separate network for any of your smart devices and have them where they can't talk to your main or corporate network. Another thing to do is actually patch the devices. Most people install these smart devices and actually never update them. So it doesn't matter how the device is managed, whether it's through an app or through a web interface or something like that. Go out to the vendors, find the actual device, search on their support, and see if there's any new firmware or software releases for these devices. A lot of the vulnerabilities that are discovered, the actual vendors create patches for these, and that helps mitigate any chance of a compromise. Lastly, you want to prevent who has access to the devices. This can be done in multiple ways. If it's a corporate HVAC system, go ahead and put that device behind a firewall. If you need remote access to it, set up a VPN client or VPN concentrator to get access to the system. And if the device is such as this residential one is managed through an app, make sure that you use strong passwords when accessing the app. If multi-factor authentication is capable with the devices, go ahead and implement that as well. That helps prevent a lot of attacks.